And convicted this week of murder will be allowed to stay out on bond until his sentencing, and the DA's office isn't happy about that.
Investigative reporter Brendan Kirby has been digging into this story. He joins us now.
Now, Brendan, prosecutors consider David Cordero Hernandez a flight risk, especially now that he's been convicted.
Yeah, that's right, Byron and Lenise. Prosecutors had Cordero Hernandez rearrested after the judge had allowed him to stay out of jail until a sentencing hearing. A bond hearing was scheduled for this morning so prosecutors could plead their case, but the judge made sure that didn't happen. A jury found David Cordero Hernandez guilty Thursday of aiding and abetting co-defendant Marcos Aslan in the murder of Tracy Dennis in December 2019. Over the prosecution's objections, Judge Edward McDermott allowed the defendant to stay free on bail until his sentencing. After the ruling, prosecutors got another judge to sign a bench warrant for Cordero Hernandez's arrest, saying they considered him to be a flight risk. Judge McDermott then did something the DA's office says is highly unusual. He withdrew his adjudication of guilt. It doesn't change the outcome. The defendant formally will be declared guilty at his sentencing hearing next month. But the move allows him to be released on his original bond rather than have to get a new bond from a bonding company. Mobile County Chief Assistant District Attorney Keith Blackwood says he's never seen a judge do that in a murder case.
In this order withdrawing the adjudication of guilty, there is no reason given. There's no showing of manifest injustice. There's no showing of any kind of new evidence. Practically speaking, it gets the defendant convicted of murder out of jail faster.
Defense attorney Dom Soto took issue with the actions by prosecutors to obtain an arrest warrant for his client after Judge McDermott originally allowed Cordero Hernandez to remain free on bond.
And as far as the law, we think it's wrong, and how they sought to accomplish it was pretty sleazy.
Although judges normally jail murder defendants after conviction, Soto says each case should be considered separately.
Maybe the typical way that it's done, but it's not the law as we see it.
But Blackwood says Cordero Hernandez is a flight risk. He noted that the defendant went to Florida after Dennis was killed.
This was a particularly violent case. The victim was hogtied, he was beat, he was stabbed multiple times, he was shot multiple times, he was buried in a backyard.
Judge McDermott is a retired judge who is presiding over this trial because the full-time judge has been suspended. I tried but was unable to reach him for comment. The DA's office has since asked Judge McDermott to reconsider his decision to withdraw adjudication of his guilt. If he doesn't, they say that they're considering taking it to the Alabama Court of Criminal Appeals. As for Cordero Hernandez, he's still in jail, but we're told that he'll be released today. Reporting live, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.